Roman Britain was under threat of invasion from as early as the 4th century AD. The Picts from the north were increasing their pressure on Hadrian's Wall, while the Germanic peoples from across the North Sea were raiding along the eastern shore. To the west, Scoti pirates from Ireland were taking advantage of the instability to pillage and burn. In the year 367, all these enemies of the Roman Empire ravaged Britain. The year marked the start of an era of chaos on the island. Despite the dire situation, the British kingdom survived for a while and tried a final call to help to Aetius in 450 AD, but he was too occupied maintaining the peace in Gaul to be of any help. A few brilliant victories against the invading Germanic peoples slowed their expansion and colonization of Britannia. A certain Ambrosius Aurelianus was able to temporarily unite the southern kingdoms to fight back, one of his most famous battles being Baden Hill around 490 AD. These victories only managed to give the Britons a short reprieve, as the barbarians continued to arrive and settle on the island. Today we are covering the Britons. This battleboard is available in the Aetius and Arthur supplement, which is now called the Age of Invasions. Updated battleboards for version 2 are available from the Gripping Beast website in physical format, and also an FAQ is downloadable which updates the old boards. The dice used for this board are the Roman dice. This faction has two special rules: Companions and Galvanized. For Companions, you can choose, in deployment, up to 2 of your Hearthguard to become Companions and accompany your warlord. These now form a heroic unit for the rest of the game. The updated rules in the FAQ for version 2 should be used for these. The bands of Britons rely enormously on the charisma of their leader to maintain their coherency. To represent this, Britons can be galvanized. A unit is galvanized if it is within very short of the warband's warlord or his companions. This only affects your units of Britons. Mercenaries cannot benefit from being galvanized. If not using any special characters, the board has a very defensive playstyle. However, your warlord can cause a significant amount of damage. About half of the advanced abilities offer improved survivability through cancelled casualties, improved armor, extra defense dice, or forcing your opponent to reroll attack dice, which are enhanced if your unit is galvanized. There are no abilities for multiple unit activations or shooting bonuses. The board clearly benefits having a compact formation centered around the warlord and his companions. Since the range of galvanized is very short, this limits your movement considerably if you want to benefit from the enhanced effects of being galvanized. If you enjoy movement and maneuvering, this board may not appeal to you. This section is somewhat short. If you would like an in-depth review of the battleboard, I would suggest you check out Saga Thursday's excellent review of the battleboard. This warband allows you to take your warlord on foot or mounted, your Hearthguards on foot or mounted, your warriors are on foot, your levy can either have slings or bows, or javelins. An example warband would be warlord, 3 points of Hearthguard, 2 points of warriors, and 1 point of levy with bows, just to give you a little bit of shooting. The Britons have legendary units which completely change the playstyle of the warband. The first is Arthur. When you take him, you can only take Hearthguard. However, all of the units are galvanized even if they are further than very short away from him. He also has a rule that his resilience is increased to resilience 2. Enemies cannot use his fatigue to increase their armor above a certain point, and he has 10 attack dice. This completely changes the playstyle of the Britons and makes them a lot more offensive. The second legendary unit is Vortigern. He costs a point, and you can recruit 2 units of Seawolf mercenaries who become loyal and can be galvanized. Vortigern also gains some extra attacks if they are close to him. For model options, Gripping Beast has a starter warband in metal with 1 mounted warlord, 1 point of mounted Hearthguard, 1 point of Hearthguard on foot, and 2 points of warriors on foot. Footsore also has a metal warband for 4 points. However, here everyone is on foot, and you get a warlord with a standard bearer, 2 points of Hearthguard on foot, and 2 points of warriors on foot. Wargames Foundry also has a number of metal options, including King Arthur. If you are after a plastic warband, you can start off with the Gripping Beast Plastic Late Roman Cavalry. If you're looking to do King Arthur mounted warband, you can mix some of the Dark Ages pieces to make them look a little bit less Roman. Same thing for if you're looking to do a warband on foot. Gripping Beast also does a really nice box of plastic late Romans. Again, maybe switch out some of the helmets and weapons and some more round shields to make them look less Roman. Compared to other factions, the Britons are actually not that easy to use for other periods. The board doesn't get used in any other era book, and the models do have a very specific aesthetic. However, if you choose to make your warband look a little bit more Roman, you should also be able to use it as the Romans in the Age of Invasions. Or if you make it look a little bit more Dark Ages inspired, you should be able to use them for either a warband on foot for some of your Age of Vikings factions. A big thank you to those who sent in photos, namely Richard Watts, Mike Peters, Robin de Haas, Brian Danner, Yin Xiaolung. Thanks guys for sending me those pictures. Thanks for watching. That's all for the Britons. Next up are the Picts and the Saxons. That will conclude my series on the Age of Invasions factions.